Hey everyone. Right, so a little bit of a change from our last one. I may have mentioned that one of our games was a cup game against Torino. We played that, we won. Turns out it was the quarterfinal. So the follow up to that would have been the semi. We have played the first leg of that already, in which we played Milan and we beat them relatively convincingly. The only frustrating part being that they scored in the 92nd minute to get their away goal. So it means that they only have to beat us 2-0. So if we can sneak an away goal back, it does give them a really hard task. Also, the reason for that strange start screen was that we've done a few transfers of our own. Talking about Milan, they've got a goalkeeper we mentioned that was out of contract. Yeah, we got him. He's ours. Not particularly happy with the contract that I've had to offer him. You can't see. I think he's got like a £62 million release clause. But I mean, we've got him on a free, so even if we do lose him for that, it's still not too bad. Just a little bit annoying. And also, who we've bought in, I'll update you on the other games, and you might spot his name there before. So, our last episode, I believe, was the Juventus one. We took a brace from Immobile to beat Fiorentina 2-0. The game that we talked about with Torino, extra time winner from Tyson. 2-2 with Parma. Again, we're drawing with a team we should really be beating. Had that win against Milan in the cup. And then again, a rescue draw against Spezia, who again we really, really should be beating. Somehow we're still second in the league. I think it's more of a statement of how bad everyone else has also been, but also how disgustingly good Juventus have. So they're 16 points ahead with 21 games played, which is just ridiculous. Napoli are having a shocker, but they've also got 2 games in hand, so they'll drag up to mid-table otherwise. So there's nothing really other than that needs to be looked at. And then I'm going to have a little chat about what I'm planning for the first long-term save when the game's released as well after this. So I suppose we'll get into this game with AC. So he wanted to be an advanced forward. I'm thinking we'll start him. Ferran's okay. So we'll bring him in for Lazare, and we'll whack him back on the bench because, to be honest, I just don't want to play Lulic. I'm a bit sulky with him. And then Correa will probably come off at some point. Tyson's injured as well, which doesn't help. Can't remember what it was, but it wasn't too bad. I think it was like a pulled groin or something, so he's out for like 3 or 4 weeks. But other than that, Wesley Hoyt, what are you still doing there? So we'll play Romagnoli and Acerbi in the middle. We still want to be relatively defensive because we don't want to be conceding, although we do want to try and nick a winner. But we'll play that. We'll also get the Spanish fella, wherever he is. We'll probably bring him on later in the game as well because he absolutely bossed it against them last time. So we'll get into it. Oh, that's green everywhere. Everyone's loving it. So I've got something in my eye. So I keep having funny faces. I think I'm going to stop lobbing water bottles. They're not too happy about it anymore. Pretty standard team they're playing. It's not AC Milan of old, is it? It really isn't. The old last 6 matches, but here are 5 of them jobbing. We'll skip that. Right, I think we'll stay positive. We'll give them some shouts to fire them up. So just want to nick a goal. If I can get a goal, then we'll be laughing really, because they'll have to score 3 just to get us to extra time. It's it's just finding that balance really, and make sure that we don't concede. Oh, there he is. You couldn't write it, could you? Yeah, you could. To be fair, you could. It's Football Manager. It's pretty predictable. You're just one shy of them scoring a second goal in the 90th minute to win the tie, aren't you? Jesus. All over them. I think they're second in the league as well, if I remember rightly. But again, as I said, we've all been pretty shocking. think I've only lost 2 games, but I've drawn about 7 that I really shouldn't have done. I'm thinking since I scored that goal, we'll drop to balanced and we'll go to focus them. Sun's kicking off. I'm going to close the blind in a sec. So I'm going to go and do it at half time. It's been a pretty poor game, really, hasn't it? I'm more than happy with a poor game, to be quite honest. Right, so we'll thrash our arms, tell them to do it for the backup, and I'm going to be back in a second. And I'm back. Hopefully I'll be able to actually see what I'm doing now. Of all the days to not have a drink with me, it's when it sounds like my throat is inside out. Focus again. This is captivating. This is what you come here for. All of you. Not really much we can say, really. We just carry on getting them in. We will bring Alberto on, but not for Correa. We'll bring... Nearly put Pereira on them. Don't be silly. I think what we'll do, we'll drop Edouard. We'll bring on Fairs. No, we'll bring on Lazare. We'll put Edouard on the left side, and we'll bring on Immobile as well. Also, we'll take Parolo off, swap him over for Milinkovic, and we'll bring Alberto on. I think we've got a game against Udinese in a few days, and then Chelsea's in about 6, I think. I've already used my right back, haven't I? We'll leave the other 2 subs because it's only, what, 68? We'll give it to 80 and see if anything else is needed. To be honest, I just want to choke the life out of this game. Time to calm down. I don't think anyone else is particularly excited, but tell him to calm down regardless. Right. Okay. There it is. Have a tactical, mate. Tactical. Who needs you? AC Milan. That was tough. I'm just going to skip this. Save my embarrassment further. Look at that. It really isn't convincing, but it's now 4-1 on aggregate, so screw him. All good. Don't cough. Something I'll start that I won't finish. Get out of here. Save. Do feel kind of bad I'm replacing Strakosha, but also I'm getting Donnarumma in, so the happiness of getting Donnarumma in far outweighs the upset of replacing Strakosha. But if he's content with being a backup goalkeeper, I've got a pretty solid pair of goalkeepers there. Otherwise, I'm losing him and Parolo. I'm losing both of my homegrown players, which is going to be an issue. Yeah, I was talking, I wasn't paying attention. I told them I wasn't happy. I understand. Now I'm going to tell them I am happy. And they're all going to be very upset. You ready? Okay, Patrick's on it. Fair enough, Patrick. Hands on hips. I was impressed. Oh, now everyone's kicked off. Oh, you'd think we'd be happy that we just qualified for a final. You'd think. They're not. Right, so what I'm going to do... Oh, it's a bit messy, isn't it? Does that say... Oh, of course, yeah, it's 5-1. I'm an idiot. So I'm playing Napoli. We have already beaten them. So, possible that we'll do the same again. But I'm thinking when that game actually comes through, 19th of May, when's that? obviously, just before the season finishes, because why wouldn't you have a final after? We'll probably do that on its own. Bit of an awkward position, that one is. I might do Napoli and Fiorentina if those two games are very important. And I might do Inter and Juve again. I really don't want to, because that was a terrible episode. But I will, if we need to. Okay. Yes, so what I'm looking at doing next year, well, next save, should I say, for the start of the proper release, is I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. I think I'm going to call it Dole Boy, because of being on the dole, because I'm going to have nothing. I'm not going to start with any badges or any past experience. So in essence, it's like me trying to get into management, but in a game. So it's actually going to do something rather than me just sending out endless CVs of zero response. I did the same last year. I started off in the Swedish third division, and in my first 3 months of management, I'd managed to be relegated, which was helpful. But no, it's going. It's a fun save. It's a long old slog. I'm thinking like part way between Kev's sort of non-league to legend sort of thing, where you move from between club to club, and I kind of want to incorporate going across Europe and a lot of different leagues, and maybe trying to win each one, kind of like the one that Ben does. I don't know. It's seeing what we get to and seeing if it kind of stagnates at any point. If we have won one of the cups, and is it just going to get a bit samey doing it again, or if it will be good just to carry on jumping over. So we've done France, let's go over to somewhere else. I think I ended up winning the French Cup with Lorient at one point, which was a surprise. I ended up then at AC Milan, who the players all hated me because I shouldn't have been managing them apparently, because it was too early in my career. And then they ended up firing me because I finished 6th, even though they wanted to finish 6th. So I don't know what that deal was. But no, it's a fun save. So I'll look at trying to get that up and out and sorted with my first team on the Tuesday, which is the 24th, the actual game release day. So yeah, we'll see you then. I'm still gonna post that. That save will be probably Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'm going to try and get the Lazio ones out in the days in between, the Tuesday, Thursdays. But the other one is going to take priority, and then this one's going to be hopefully when I get a chance to do it. But I'm trying to kind of keep it on one episode a day, so should hopefully be able to do both still, which should be good. But yeah, if there's anything else you wanted to know, pop it in the comments. If you could like, subscribe, and flick the bell, that'd be greatly appreciated. And thank you for your time.